Ladies and gents, you know, we got another fun part of the episode today. We're reading comments. We've been making a habit out of this, per se. Pretty much every episode now we've been reading comments. I think it's fun. We get a ton of fun comments, and especially for Kyle, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not used to getting comments talking about you every week. So this is especially fun for you.
It is fun.
And it's so fun for you that this week, Kyle hand-selected every single comment that we're going to read today. So I'm going to pass this wireless mouse on over to you. Kyle, let's start reading comments, bro.
Moss Spokes says, I fuck with Kyle. He reminds me of myself. Motherfuckers be thinking we slow. Whole time it's a lot of knowledge under the hood.
So you just wanted to gas yourself up off rip. Do you think, like, when you read the comments, do you think people misunderstand you?
Sometimes, yeah.
They don't understand your true horsepower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whole time is a lot of knowledge under the hood, bro. So,
what do you think that, like, people misunderstand most about you in the comments?
I'm really not. I feel like I'm really not that awkward, like, in person. Like, I feel like I come off very awkward on video, but I feel like
being on camera is super different.
Right.
It's super fucking different, dude.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, from my perspective, my, like, being on camera ability is solely acquired from just doing it for so long. And it's like it's something that, like, you can't teach. Like, you can't, nobody's just, like, naturally goated. Like, you have to learn, like, what to do. When to look at the camera even is, like, a big part of it. There's so many little nuances, you know?
So, yeah, I think, and that probably also highlights, like, because I'm sitting here in contrast, brand new to it.
Yeah.
That probably sticks out, you know? So, yeah.
I think people like it, though.
Yeah, but I promise in person I'm not quite as weird as you might think.
Ladies, DM him.
Yeah.
He's not weird in person. He's only weird on Crackheads. You know. Next comment we got here. What the fuck is this guy's name? Rets no. He actually signed it. This is I love that you picked this comment because I see this guy. He signed it with his Twitch username, and I see this guy in my Twitch chat like almost every time.
Okay.
GayBob69X is his Twitch name, and he says, "I just want to give a shout out to Fish, or however you spell that shit. Goated cameraman. He on point with that shit." And Fish is behind the camera. He's our lead producer on Crackheads, and he's doing a great job. So, Fish, give him a wave or something. You know, show him your hand or something so they can like. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he really appreciates that. When we got in today, Fish was really happy to see that comment. So, you know, big ups, GayBob69. You're a really good person, dude. Next up, Kyle, run it.
Shawnee Boy KU8UQ asks us, what's the best to start with?
I know the answer off rip. 100%. A small dose of is by far the easiest to manage.
Yeah. And really the worst thing that happens is you throw up.
Yeah, literally. Nausea is, I mean, obviously you could have a bad trip, but like a small dose, like if you take, let's say, 1.5 grams, which is a small dose but big enough to trip, versus taking 1 tab of, if you end up having a bad time, it's much more manageable on than it is on, in my opinion. Although at the end of the day, a bad trip is a bad trip, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I think it's also a lot easier to gauge how much you're consuming with because it's am I eating 1 gram or 2 grams? With that, a lot of times you don't actually know how many doses are in the tab or gel tab or however you're consuming them. So they can be double dosed or triple dosed, and for your first time, that's probably not great.
Yeah, I mean, if you eat raw, you can weigh the exact weight of those, and then generally know how much you should be taking. But yeah, with tabs, sometimes there is no telling. And there is a maximum on how much a paper tab can hold, but there's not a minimum. There's not a minimum, you know? So I think that is one of the things. And also, just lasts so much longer.
Yeah.
If trip is at most like 6 hours, 6 to maybe 8, really intense, like from literal the moment you feel an effect to the moment all the effects are done.
And I think for a lot of people, there's something comforting about being natural,
For sure. I just think in general, listen, at the end of the day, like, you probably shouldn't take either of our drunken, stupid advice seriously. But at the same time, like, if I had to go back in time, I would start with over. My first psych was before. I would start with over. I think it's a much more mild thing. The reason that when I was younger I avoided so long is because my first ever dose I took an 1/8 of, and that's a pretty intense dose.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, So that's probably why I had a bad time. The next comment here from SSJ Rose 3785. He says, I don't think Goblin's autistic. Kyle could be, though. What inspired you to choose this one? Do you just want to express yourself?
I just said it was funny.
I think, like, I don't know. I think we're autistic in different ways, maybe.
It seems to be a very trendy topic in our comments.
Autism, listen, being autistic is cool now.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Like 15 years ago, they didn't even call people autistic. They would just call them nerds and stuff them into lockers.
Mm-hmm.
But now that's autism or something like that.
Right.
And, they embrace it or whatever. I don't know if I am or am not. I just feel a little different sometimes, Like, I don't know. I don't feel like those normal guys, What about you? Do you think you could be autistic? According to this comment?
Could be, yeah. But I don't think it like hinders me, Like, I mean, yeah, okay, I lost a job at Starbucks, but like other than that, like,
you're really into this topic
else.
because you pulled 2 comments in a row that both
I think it's funny and
saying you have
and
autism.
There's a lot of comments about it. So yeah, the next one from Big Man James says, Nick, you are so far from having autism. I do think it's also funny. You do not have it in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But me, Kyle, on the other hand, is a prime example, he says. Thanks, big man.
I think the main reason that, like, people say that is, like, I'm a pretty, like, outgoing, like, social kind of person.
Right. I am more introverted. Yeah.
Absolutely,
right.
You're not the same way in that aspect. Yeah. I'm a very extroverted person, but, like, I don't know. Deep down, like, I'm not that extroverted. I just do it because, like,
you're experienced with it.
It's almost my job at this point, being extroverted. But deep down, I want nothing more than just to, like, not interact with anybody all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dream. That's the fucking dream. Sinner Sinna says, Goblin can make a house into a home. What inspired you to pick that comment? Do you agree with that?
That was funny too. I do agree with that. I actually, before we lived in LA, I actually got him doormat, welcome mat.
Oh yes, my old apartment. Yeah,
it said house or home, not a house or something like that. Yeah,
I'm sure my neighbors really liked that.
I loved it.
Yeah, they probably really liked it. Yeah. My old neighbors probably fucking hated me, dude. That whole hallway smelled like fucking all day, and we were rowdy in there. And we used to, dude. I remember we used to invite fucking Brat and Phil and everyone over and take shit to my living room. And that was not a good, dude. That fucking crib was great, dude. I have a lot of memories in that shitty little living room. Man. Yeah. What's the last comment we got here, Kyle?
RegX1889 says, Mondays might suck, but I know there's always that new Crackheads episode inbound. Makes the whole day better.
I love to hear that.
Thanks,
Listen.
RegX1889.
I stream on Twitch on Mondays. I do it early, so it's like a pregame to the Crackheads episodes. Mm-hmm. We really try to make Mondays better over here.
Yeah.
And Mondays are looking awfully good lately. So thank you all for tuning in and supporting Crackheads on Mondays. Mm-hmm. I'm ecstatic to hear that we can make your Mondays better. That's great, because Monday is a shitty day of the week, except for someone who's chronically unemployed like myself, So I'd love to hear that we can make your Monday better. And, maybe, hey, we were talking before the episode, maybe we might in the near future even live stream before the episodes start filming just to, do a little pregame and give some incentive for the channel members, which, if you haven't scrolled down and looked right next to the sub button yet, there's a join button there. And pretty soon, we're going to be offering some real nice incentives for new channel members. So if you want to support, it's $3 a month. And every cent of that helps Kyle avoid the tow truck. So make sure you join today. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been a beautiful Crackheads episode 11. Kyle, what do you got to say to the people?
Thanks, everybody. And check back next week.
That's right. Check back next week for episode 12 or check last week for episode 10 if you haven't watched it yet, because that one was a fucking banger too. Shout out to all you guys for supporting the show. I'm pretty drunk right now, and I would like to drink some water, so I'm going to do so. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
Later.
Deuces.